What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today is November 21st. We just got hit with our first good dose of snow. I'm waiting for the front drive shaft from Driveline Products in Dartmouth. Hopefully gonna have it this week, but couldn't get up my hill out of my driveway this morning because this thing just wanted to do the old one-wheel peel. So we're down here at Mr. Lyons fabrication shop, and we got the rear cover ripped off her, and we're welding this bugger up Posi. So this old setup is a little different than the newer setups that I welded, but as you can see, we have this spot done, and this is what it looks like beforehand. So ideally I like to get right between the gear on this side and the gear on this side and put a steel plate down between, and then just weld all the gaps in the teeth basically and weld it all solid. But in this case, without tearing it apart, we can't do that. So we're just basically getting our stick welder in as deep as we possibly can between the teeth that are open, and we're just solid seam welding it the whole way out. So is this gonna hold up? Who fucking knows? But I know one thing: I'm not owning a truck that I can't drive around in two-wheel drive because it's only spinning one tire. So we're gonna try this method. If this doesn't hold up, withstand the abuse that I'm going to give it, then I'm probably going to take a rear end out of a newer style truck like mine and like the one of Andy's here, but a 2500. Make sure the gears match, which I'm quite sure this truck's 410. But worst case scenario, that's what I'll end up doing. I'll switch it over to the new rear end with disc brakes, blah blah blah, and just be done with it. But for now, we're on a budget. We've already put a pile of money into this old pig. So the frame's all geared up, it's undercoated, the shaft's on its way, everything's done. It's just a matter of getting a little more traction out of the ass end of this truck. So I know this is definitely going to work, but is it going to withstand when I hook the trailer to it and stuff? I think it'll be fine as long as the truck's empty, but time will tell. So November 21st, we'll get this finished up, wrapped up, and some new fluid in its guts, and we'll see how she goes. Yeah, nice winter day. So Mr. Lyons, what do you have to say about all this?
Oh, it holds up.
Hopefully. Well, we got the welding all done. Now we got to goop the cover up with some ultra copper silicone, and we're gonna fill her up with Axle non-limited slip 80W90 because it's no longer gonna slip. So now the fun begins, putting her back together. So the biggest key to success when you're doing this welding job in your rear diff is to clean all your slag and make sure you got no pieces in the bottom, because you do get some dirt when you're welding. So you want to get that all doctored up and cleaned out before you put the cover back on and top it up with fluid. That's the biggest thing. Hello. All right, well, we got the rear end all siliconed up, got the new juice into her.
Okay, sounds good.
Only thing we can do now is drive it, try it, and probably break it. Alright fellas, it passed the first test, it made it home, and it passed the second test. I hauled a load of wood in the box with it down here to my building out back from my other property, and so far so good. I will say much better takeoff traction and reverse traction. It's crazy the difference actually. And you do notice definitely making sharp corners on pavement. The back tire tends to chirp and hop around a little bit, but that's normal. And other than that, as long as it holds up with the trailer hooked on, that's how she's gonna be until I get a newer rear end with disc brakes and switch it over to that. But for now, this is what it's getting. So anyway, it is what it is, but I think it's going to be fine. We got 4 real nice heavy welds in there, and yeah, much funner with the Posi traction.